Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video I want to show you the results of 30 Waves Simulacrums test. So early on in the league I was farming a lot of Simulacrums with my Toxic Rain character, but I was able to make it to around wave 25 only, sometimes up to like 28, but that happened very rarely. But even though I wasn't able to clear full 30 Waves Simulacrum, I still was able to make around 100 exalts per day with that strategy. And this is how I was able to afford to make this character, which I did spend around 700 exalts on. And since then I did invest a lot into it, and now it's worth around 2000 exalts. And with this character I am able to clear 30 waves. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to see how good it is to farm simulacrums later on in the league, but now clearing it fully, so all 30 waves. So there are a few differences when farming simulacrums back then and now. So first big difference is price of simulacrums. So back then I was paying between 1 and 1.4 exalts per simulacrum, and now you have to buy them for around 1.7, so they are a bit more expensive. The second difference is obviously the fact that now I am clearing 30 waves instead of just 20-25. And the third difference is just prices of overall items that you drop from simulacrums. So cluster jewels right now are a bit cheaper. Scarabs, some of them are cheaper, some of them are more expensive, and so on. So obviously just prices of all of the stuff that you drop from simulacrums are different. In terms of the strategy, farming simulacrums is nothing too complicated. So you just buy simulacrums and just run them. So this is the biggest plus of this strategy. You don't have to buy any scarabs, you don't have to roll your maps, you don't have to rely on anything. You just buy simulacrums and that's it. So it's very simple. But obviously after you are done with simulacrums, it can be a bit annoying to sell all of the stuff that you drop, because you have to sell all of the currency, scarabs, fossils and so on. So it can take quite a while to sell all of the stuff. So the biggest difference in strategy is again doing the 30 waves with this character, so with my wonder. But the biggest minus of it is the fact that I am only able to level up 9 gems. So I can't really level up any more gems in my normal setup, so I'm only in weapon swap. So what I wanted to do is I was still using my Toxic Rain character, but only to clear 20 waves. And while I was cleaning 20 waves, I was still leveling up around 25 awakened gems on this character. So 6 in chest, 3 in quiver, 9 in weapon swap, 4 in boots, 1 in gloves, 2 in rings. I still was leveling up here awakened gems, but I wasn't selling them. So it took me 23 simulacrums to level up all of the awakened gems from level 1 to level 5. And I was leveling up awakened gems because I did calculate how much money I would make from them and how much I would make from empowers and lightens, and it was a bit better to level up awakened gems. So after I was done with 20 waves, then I would take my weapon swap bow and quiver, give it to my wonder, and then continue and clear 30 waves with my wonder, but just with leveling up 9 gems. Okay, so here let me actually show you the example of just wave 30, just so it doesn't take too much time. This is the highlight from my stream. So this is wave 30 on my wonder again. I wasn't able to clear 30 waves all the time, most of the time I actually would clear like 29. I think around 50% of the time, maybe like 70% of the time, I would clear 30 waves. Sometimes I would die and just not finish at wave 29, very rarely at wave 28. I don't think I ever failed at a wave before wave 28. And the way my build works, I actually have very nice AoE just to clear monsters, but as you can see, I am not really dealing that much single target damage to bosses. So what I am doing is I am actually swapping some gems so I can increase my single target damage, but I'm only doing it when I am safe. So now I am trying to clear the Omniphobia, and now I will swap my helmet for the enchant and 3 gems, so my 11 link wand has power siphon instead of kinetic blast, so now I will be able to kill Kossis much faster. Let me speed it up a bit. Here I am just thinking what to do because I don't want to die when I am just running towards the Kossis. I'm trying to bait him so he destroys the bubble. And now he does it. And now back in normal time, I'm just killing Kossis. And that's wave 30. Okay, so now let's look at the profit. So here's all of the currency that I did drop. So 11 exalts, 22 engine orbs. Most of them came from Harbinger rewards, so just from the shards, but I still did drop some exalts. Here is some expedition currency, and they came from incubators, because you can't drop them in simulacrums. Here is tab with just all of the random stuff that you drop, so essences, stack decks, scarabs, catalysts, fossils, and fragments. I also did drop 1 empower and some level 21 gems. Here's the third tab, which is nothing too special, just some maps and offerings. This is probably the worst tab. And here is tab with just some random rewards. So speed personalities, they aren't really worth anything right now, just 10C. The only one that is pretty nice is Int and ES, which is worth 7 exalts. So all of the other ones are not really worth anything, and this one is 7 exalts. Here are the Megalomaniacs, and I don't think there is any of them that is nice, except for this one, which has Explosive Force and Devastator in one. And both of them are the Explode passive, so they are pretty decent. And there's also Prismatic Carapace, so +1 resists. So possibly it can sell for maybe a few exalts. I don't know, I guess we will have to see. And here are some Twice Enchanted, 16 Days Harp, and Vival Regalia. Both of them are worth around 50C. And here are some cards, just Hoarder, Patient, Science Treasure, and just some random cards that are worth a little bit. Here are 3 voices. All of them are actually 5 passives, and all of them are worth 25C, so nothing too crazy. Here are 2 level 84, item level 84 mana reservation cluster jewels, which are worth like 50C. Cold cluster jewel with 8 passives, item level 84, which is worth I believe 80 chaos. And the best cluster jewel that I dropped is item level 84 mana reservation with 3 passives, and this one is worth 6 exalts. All of the other cluster jewels are not really worth anything. You can sell them for like 10 to maybe 20C per. And here are all of the gems that I did level up. I did focus on Brutality, Castaway Channeling, and Void Manipulation because it was pretty easy to buy them, and when I calculated the profit from leveling Awakened gems, it looked like these are the best ones to level up. Obviously, you shouldn't just copy the ones that I am doing right now if you want to do this strategy. You should check the prices, because just even one day after this video is released, prices can be much different, so you always have to price check to see which gems are the best to level up. So now let's look at the spreadsheet, which is actually a very simple one this time. There is only, in terms of investment, there is only simulacrums, 23 of them again, and it took me 15 hours. So here is all of the profit without leveling gems. So currency, items, all of the expensive items, so speed, personality, and cluster jewel, and I didn't include all of the bad split personality and megalomaniacs in the results, and I also didn't include the bad cluster jewels. So in total I did make 14,000 chaos, which is 88 exalts, so 6 exalts per hour. And with leveling up gems, so just in gems I made 7,000 chaos, and this is, by the way, not price of the gems. This is the difference between level 1 and level 5. So let me show you right now. Level 1 brutality is worth 1 to 1.2 exalts, and level 5 is around 3 exalts, 3.3 exalts. So in a spreadsheet I did count only the difference, so it would be 2 exalts per brutality, and I think it was like 1.5 per void manipulation and cast while channeling. So in total I ended up with 132 exalts. So just from gems I made like 44 exalts. So per hour it's almost 9 exalts per hour. And if I would be able to complete 30 waves always and without dying too often, because to be honest I actually was dying quite often, 10 exalts is definitely not out of the questions. But 9 exalts is still pretty nice. So to sum things up, farming simulacrums are always worth it. People sometimes are asking me, are simulacrums still worth it later on in the league? I do believe simulacrums are always one of the best strategies to do, as long as you can complete all of the possible ways. And I really like the strategy because they are very chill. Again, you just buy simulacrums and run them. You don't have to worry about rolling them or anything. So it's a very chill strategy. The only issue is it can be pretty boring at some point, and they can be very difficult for some builds. But I have been farming simulacrum for so many leagues in a row. I am pretty bored with them, so nowadays I am just farming them from time to time, maybe like a 1 week early on in the league, and later on just 1 day from time to time. So that's gonna be it in this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.